Welcome back. Now, still on President Trump's threat, he has said that, Christians have been killed in Nigeria, and he's coming to save Nigerians. Christian, he's got three options: either to collaborate with our security agencies or to do a direct striking of, target. Our country has already been designated as country of concern. He even referred to us as that disgraceful country. The last news that we did hear that out of, the Senate, he had only 30 members, agreeing for him to strike Nigeria. As the discussion, keeps on, as we wait for the final, decision of President Trump, the discussion here is, what exactly does America want, Dr. Aliyu?
First of all, we have to look at the Trump assertion.
The question is there a genocide?
First, that's what I said. We have to look at his assertion.
Yeah.
What is the true position of America or Trump to Christians' welfare in the world? From my own understanding, Jesus Christ was said to be the originator of Christianity in the world. And if you look at the background of Jesus Christ, he was born in Bethlehem. And he was referred to as Jesus of Nazareth. Bethlehem is in Palestine. Nazareth is in Palestine. Now the Jewish people are killing Palestinians. Genocide is going on in Jesus Christ's own hometown, killing his blood, his people. What has Trump done?
All the churches there have been wiped out.
What has Trump done? If he's sincere, if he say he wants to protect Christians, let him start with the protection of the origin of Jesus Christ. If he's truly sincere, it is not about Christianity. It's about Nigerian resources, please. Trump.
That's why I asked you, what exactly does he want?
Trump, as they did in Libya, as they did in Sudan, now as they are doing in Sudan now, and Central African Republic and others, that is what he's interested in. First of all, he's very angry that Nigeria has an ally in China. Chinese are in Nigeria today. They are harvesting our mineral resources. That doesn't go well with him. The position of Nigeria, when you want to look at the global politics, you see Russia is the leader of Eastern Bloc. You see China today is the leader of Asian Bloc. And you look at Nigeria.
Almost taking over Africa.
Yes, Nigeria now it has already been positioned itself to be the leader of African Bloc. And this is the very problematic area, and this is very troublesome for people like Trump. Now, before now, Nigeria, during the military administration of General Babangida, they brought up what is called ECOMOG, a military intervention that goes into nations and create peace, fight the war to create peace and install democracy in that country. ECOMOG has been doing wonderfully well, non-funded from any other Western organization or America itself. Almost 90% funded by Nigeria. And ECOMOG has been doing beautifully well. So Nigeria have already shown that leadership stride to become the African
But
leader.
Dr. Aliyu, will you blame him? For 15 years, insurgency has been with us. Let me just land. It has killed both sides. It has killed Muslims, it has killed Christians, it has even killed the other group who we say, okay, they are neither here nor there. For 15 years, we've not been able to tackle insurgency in this country. The so-called ECOMOG that restored peace in Liberia, in Syria alone, and other African countries cannot restore peace in Nigeria.
I'm telling you, I'm giving you the background of what is happening. So you allow me to give you that background.
Okay, so go ahead.
Now, only a peaceful country that can intervene in another country's trouble. When your country is troubled, there is no way you can intervene in another
So are you saying the crisis is engineered to destabilize?
It's engineered. Boko Haram was created by America. Boko Haram is funded by America. Just like they are funding ISIS and other terrorist group in the world, the Al-Qaeda and the rest, and the Taliban. We all know that it's American creation. They created Boko Haram so that Nigeria will become destabilized, will be troubled, to look into other African nations that are having political problems or violence or wars. So if you are troubled, you are not have peaceful at home, how can you extend that gesture to another country? So that declaration of Boko Haram was actually to demean ECOMOG. And they actually got it right, because it demeaned ECOMOG is losing, it's lacking Nigerians' defense capability in a way that it ridiculed our
Why did
defense.
ECOMOG allow itself to be demeaned?
Because Nigeria, to be ridiculed. Because Nigeria is troubled. Nigeria is the leader of ECOMOG. So Nigeria today is troubled by a lot of insecurity, by deaths, bombing and killing of citizens, engineered by America itself. So much so that they can say, okay, they are coming to Nigeria to settle the problem, to finish Nigeria, just like they are finishing Sudan now. They've already finished Libya. They have dealt with Iraq. All these things they are doing, whatever they claim was found to be false. Iraq, they say it was weapon of mass destruction. At the end of the day, the British and American come to say, we are sorry. There was no such thing like weapons of mass destruction. Like Libya, they have made Libya a pariah nation today. Why? Because Gaddafi was given free education, free housing, free everything about it. Fuel during Gaddafi was cheaper than water in Libya. You give them a quality life. They don't want that. And Gaddafi come to say, okay, we are going to have common currency in Africa, and we have to go have common leadership in Africa. And they never want that. And this is why, because they don't want Africa to progress. No any white person today that loves you as a black man. They always see you as a slave, and that position is always there. And that's why even the black Americans today, they have no much mouth in their country. You could see how the security people maltreat a black person for a little offense, that if a white a guy did worse than that, they treat him with all kindness and respect. So we all know this. There is no way Trump will say he loved Nigeria more than Nigerians. We have gone to civil war in this country without any intervention from anybody.
But I tell you, are you going to blame him? Are you going to blame him when people go to the US, to the United States, and say, look, designate our country as a country of concern? No. When citizens, it all started when the man from, the Reverend from Benue, who went to address the US House of Commons, and he said, he gave out his statistic, he gave out the information, and he said, we are dying and you need to designate our country as a country of concern. Now, when I heard Trump, saying he was going to put his base in Nigeria, if I'm going to meet Trump, I'll say, please, that reverend who came to you from Benue, please put the base in his village, right? Put your base in his village. And then after 1 year, we can all come back and sit down and say, how did it go? Have all the people who have been killing Christians, have they all been eliminated? Yes. The same thing with Libya. The same people from Libya went and said they don't want Gaddafi. Gaddafi is a sit-tight ruler. He wants to stay there permanently. And today they got what they deserve. These are paid
citizens that are not patriotic. They will identify your patriotic level, and then they will employ you as their. They will not come in to your country with their people. They will use those people that are unpatriotic in your country to deal with your country. Somebody like that Reverend Father you are saying, they use money to buy them. Look at this current INEC chairman. Look at what he wrote. Unfortunately, he didn't know tomorrow that he's going to be an INEC chairman. They paid this guy. Look, where is he coming from? The other time we said it. He was a lecturer in Unijos. And as a professor, how much is the salary? Why has the government not sacked him? Well, that is the question Tinubu will have to answer Nigerians. Because we do not trust that man, and nobody can trust that man to lead an institution like INEC. Since he has shown his hatred to Muslims, he has shown his hatred on Hausa and the Fulanis, it means he cannot deliver anything. So for Tinubu to know, it's better for him that he remove that man and change him, because we cannot have those people that are selling out our country for America to come and say they are leading our country again. They are being paid. They are being paid monies to do what?
What will the Reverend Father do with money?
They,
because the Reverend Father does not have a wife, he doesn't have children.
Well, that is what you are asking. Well, that is what you are asking. But we know that most of them used to buy private jets sometime, and then you go to see them fly around. If not because of maybe sometimes tutelage, when America want to break Russia, they brought Gorbachev. Gorbachev was trained in America. He was tutelage in America. Was poisoned, given poison to hate his own country, nation, and he went and destroyed USSR. So they use you as pawn to deal with your people, to destroy your own persons. And so this is the game. And we are saying to Trump that you cannot come to Nigeria to say you are going to give us anything. We didn't look for you. And Nigerians never go there to look for you. We are talking of a Reverend Father. Who is a Reverend Father as far as 237 point something million people represent?
But he represents a voice, doesn't he?
He represents his own voice. His own voice.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't represent the Christian voice in Nigeria. Because any sincere Christian will not tell you there's anything like genocide going on, because the number of Muslims that are killed in this crisis, more than, it's just like ratio 100 to 1. After killing 100 Muslims, you now find one Christian killed. So how can you say you are having genocide in a place where you have very minimal...
I don't know if you watched the news over the weekend. Some of the kidnappers who kidnapped some priests were also Christians.
They were all Christians. That's what I'm telling you. All these things you are seeing, they are just...
but isn't that also our own country that has allowed this to fester for a very long time? If we had addressed this issue, we wouldn't have been here speaking about it.
Because Nigeria doesn't know what he wants. Nigeria doesn't have his national interest. Like America, they have their own national interest. Where they are going there for a purpose. Nigeria went to Sierra Leone, finished the crisis in Sierra Leone, came back home without saying, well, you have to give us some of your mineral resources, or we have to be training their engineers, or you have to pay us for the money you have spent.
So we just did this thing. Free of charge work.
We went to Libya, Liberia, we finished the work in Liberia, we create democracy, give them and come back home. We didn't pick anything from Libya. So America doesn't do, all these people, they are parasites. They come to your country to parasite. They come to say they are giving you peace. Meanwhile, they are the people who find the problem. They started the crisis so they can have a space to enter. And then at the end of the day, they say, pay us for the weapons we have spent in bringing peace to you. And then look at
what they are doing to Ukraine.
Look at Iraq oil today. Iraq oil is still in the hands of America. Look at what is happening in Ukraine today. So these people have their games is over. Their games already over. American games.
But let's come back home. Our government has not set up a team. As we speak today, we don't have ambassadors in all over the world, and that is the minus. I know we've been speaking about this for a very long time. Today, the government has not set up a team to say, go and engage the American government. We have not seen that. What we have seen is a team that is going to go and negotiate the transfer of the former Deputy Senate President, Ike Ekoromadi, to come back home to serve his sentence. Are we a serious country? We're in the middle of a crisis, yet we don't even have a team to discuss and to dialogue with the American government.
I think we have a problem in this country. Sometimes I will ask, who do black people now? What happened to black man?
Now who do us?
Now who do us? Because ordinarily, things that are not supposed
to be important,
we give importance to them. Things that are supposed to be important, we don't give importance to them. Just imagine the level. We have not suffered deaths like this. Only when you can see leadership somewhere now. Just from our Nigerian leadership, let me just tell you. When the country was bordered with pumping of oil pipes, vandalization of electricity and all those, the president then in his own wisdom, Olusegun Obasanjo, thought it very important to protect the national assets, and then look back and saw civil defense as an NGO. He now created them and made them a government to protect these national assets, which they are doing very well now. Today, Nigeria, a few years ago, Nigeria was rated the third most terrorized country in the world. As we speak today, during yesterday, during late Buhari's regime, Nigeria was rated number 8. So we progressed very well,
very fast
to become number 8 most terrorized country in the world. Now, 2 years of Tinubu, we have become number 6 most terrorized country in the world, and yet we don't have a counter-terrorism organization dedicated, mandated by the Constitution to give it all out war and fight. We only borrow from the military that is not their purview. We borrow from the police that is not their purview. In America, when one incident happened, 9/11 happened, they quickly went back to their drawing board and created what is called Homeland Security to make sure that such incident never happened again, even though we knew that it was American government that organized that 9/11, engineered and executed it, even though we knew that. But they still pretended to go and create what is called Homeland Security so that it will deter such occurrence. You understand? What have Nigerian government done?
Nothing.
We still fold our hand. Nobody to blame. Tinubu cannot fire the chief of defense staff because of the life that is lost in Maiduguri because of terrorism, or the one in Benue because of banditry, or the one in Kaduna because of herders and Fulanis, herders and farmers clash. So there is no single organization that.
But what does it take to have such organizations?
It doesn't take nothing. Now you have the mandate. What happens is that you can hire and fire the head of the organization because of performance or lack of performance, so that it will make the next person that is coming to be more serious and more dedicated to make sure that this issue of terrorism and banditry and all this sort of unnecessary killing in the country becomes a thing of the past. It means you are focusing, you have touched light, like Nigeria was saying, you have already touched light that problem and you are dealing with the problem. But as it is today, in Hausa language, they say Karazige, we are just looking at it. Nobody is taking responsibility for anything. So this is one other aspect.
Okay.
Then you look at that aspect of lack of ambassadors. For instance, if let's say we have ambassadors, Trump wouldn't have had that.
What is the reason that we don't have ambassadors almost 2.5 years into this country?
That is in the wisdom of Mr. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, not in my purview. I don't know, because he is.
Is it lack of funds or lack of political will? What exactly is happening?
Well, I think we should invite him on this program so that he may come and tell Nigeria why.
No, for those of you in the security circle, maybe you hear things that we don't hear.
I wouldn't know why he didn't do so, because ordinarily I have not seen a functioning country in the world that doesn't have ambassadors.
It's not a priority.
It's a priority because these are
foot soldiers.
These are the foot soldiers of the president. Because if you have an ambassador, it means the president is in your country. Now, if we have an ambassador in America, when this is happening, before Trump starts labeling Nigeria as concerned with CPC and whatever, that ambassador will have gone to enlighten him. Look, this is Benue. No such killing. When you say genocide, it means the government of the country is killing only Christians in that country, and government is not part of the killing. And when you say genocide, it means the Muslims are the one that are killing this thing, and nothing like that is happening. Bandit killing or herders and farmers clashes. You say genocide, it means you are completely bereft of the knowledge of what is happening in that area. So this is what a functional ambassador would have enlightened Trump and his team, or those senators that look, all this is a misconception. And if you want to take evaluation of a crisis in this country, you go to Benue, you look at it. You go to Kaduna, you look at it. You go to Plateau, you look at it. You now go to Zamfara, you look at the situation in Zamfara. You now go to Kebbi, you now go to Sokoto and Maiduguri, so that you can have fair understanding of what is happening in the country. Not for a Reverend Father to just
But I tell you, the US has enough intelligence in this country, and they know exactly what happens.
They know everything.
Every minute, every second.
They know everything.
So we've already established it here that it's just a pretext, to come and get more resources.
No,
in fact, they have more information than even the Nigerian government has.
Of course.
Yeah. So if the pretext is all about our resources, I watched a video a couple of days back, and they said their oil reserve is drying up. And they needed it to come back to life for the dollar to be stable.
If Americans are sincere, why would they look for Port Harcourt to be their?
That's the question. Why do you want to put your base in Port Harcourt?
Why are they picking Regina and Kaduna State at their second military base? Because Regina and Kaduna State is the base land of gold. So they are choosing resource areas to say they put their military base there. It's all about cutting away our resources, and it's all about technically fighting China. America is not about fighting Nigeria, but they want to fight China, knowing that China are harvesting in Nigeria. So let them come and start fighting. So it's a proxy war.
But we can't be a battleground between China and America.
Well, China will not even allow America to come to Nigeria because China has its own interest in Nigeria too.
So are you saying that these are empty threats? Are you saying that Trump was not going to strike his target or protect the people he wants to protect?
As far as I'm concerned, Trump is not an uneducated person. He should know what is called global politics. And he know what is called interference to a sovereign state. Nigeria, by all standards, is a sovereign state. You cannot just come into Nigeria because of one flimsy excuse you are giving. Just like what they did to Qatar for Israel to hit a building in Qatar that is killing the Hamas leaders, which is completely a breach of international law. So he knows very well that what he's saying will lead to a serious problem. He cannot just come and...
But America is used to it, invading countries. It's not new to them.
It's used to it.
And they don't respect international law.
But let me tell you, Nigeria, I told there was a time when America said Nigeria must break in 2015. And I remember I was part of the roundtable discussion that what I highlighted on that discussion at least saved Nigeria. Because I said it was during Obama that, look, Nigeria at that time, it was about 165 million in population or so. I said, let's assume you say Nigeria should break. This is in 2023. We are preparing for election. I said, let's assume you work towards Nigeria break in 2015. Now, which country in Africa can sustain the emancipation of 30 million people moving out of Nigeria, for instance, being conservative? There is no country in Africa that 30 million people will enter that the economy will not fall. That's catastrophe. That's global catastrophe. So, if you are thinking Nigeria is that easy country that you can come and break, no. Nigeria is the most populous black nation in the world. And I told them that Nigeria is having the highest population, most educated population in America. And if we have population of most educated people in America, then it means we are highly represented in America. It means America will be the easiest way country for us to enter when problem comes. And they cannot stop us because we will come as legal migrants, not illegal. No,
legal migrants.
Legal migrants. We'll come, we have our documents because Nigeria knows their way anyway. We know our way. If they think they are expert in other things, we are expert in another thing too. So we highlighted this problem, and Obama was very, very understanding. He saw the problem, and I remember in Obama's word, he said, anything that happens in Nigeria have ripple effect to America. That was his submission. Anything that touches Nigeria has direct ripple effect to America. So let Trump be reminded that anything that touches Nigeria will have a direct consequence, negative consequence to America. So Nigeria has become a a ball in the ass. If you scratch it too much, it bursts. If you don't leave it there, it keeps itching you. Then you have to just manage it. So I'm advising Trump to just manage the relationship with Nigeria. Nigerians, we love ourselves. All the crises in Nigeria are settled by Nigerians. There is no one single crisis that ever happened in Nigeria that foreign country come to settle in Nigeria. No. We have gone to civil war ourselves, and by ourselves we came out of that civil war and we worked stronger. All the religious crisis, early religious crisis in Kaduna State and Jos and whatever, we are able to manage those crises,
and they have not broken us.
That's not broken us.
Okay.
So we are not threatened by any of our crises. We handle our crises ourselves. So Mr. Trump, thank you very much. We are saying stay in America, solve your own problem in America, and allow us in Nigeria to solve our problem.
Don't forget, America is the police of the world,
no,
and the president of America is all the IG of the world. So if he's raising a concern, you can take the good part and deal with it, and then you can throw away the bad part. But we are not doing enough as a country, whether we like it or not. This is a threat that has been with us, and we have not done anything. But at this moment, we are going to take a short break, and when we return, we'll be asking what exactly should Nigerians be doing in the face of this threat. Stay with us.
The world knows everything. Speak up now. Let the world hear your voice. Drop your stance in the comments. Like, follow and share for more updates.
And welcome back. And Madam Kate, who is the latecomer, has just joined us in the house. Madam Kate, it's good to see you again.
Nice to be here always.
All right. I don't want to start asking you, why did you come late?
It's traffic anyway. I was in the traffic.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I know you and I have been discussing this before we came to the studio, the genocide allegation, the Trump's threat of invasion. But let me ask you, as a Christian, do you believe there's a genocide against Christians in Nigeria?
So my honest, in all honesty, if I'll speak my mind,
please do.
There has been killing of Nigerians. I don't support anything when you tack it to a religion or a particular ethnic. You can just be held in this issue. You can be in transit and anything can happen. We've seen where people embark on the journey for a wedding, they were killed.
That's in your home state.
Were they Christians?
No, I just want you to give me a straight answer. Do you believe that there is a genocide against Christians in this country?
A genocide, no, but there has been killing in Nigeria. Yes.
More killings of Christians in Nigeria?
More killing of Christians. More killings of Nigerian, rather. Nigerians were killed. But issue of whether Christians were killed, Muslims were killed, if it is a genocide, it should be targeted on only Christians. But we've seen a situation where a mosque has been attacked not only once, not only twice. It has been the norm now that a place of worship, whether the church or the mosque, can be attacked at any time. So when we want to paint it to the issue of a genocide, my own view is I don't blame the US, I don't blame Trump with all the decision he's taking. Nigerians wrote to them, presented a case that Christians were killed. What do you expect? And then they supported it with pictures of Christians being killed. So it's another thing that someone sat down, documented when people were killed in the church, and he went for mass burial. We've seen it happening. I've seen situations where actually Christians were killed in mosques. Over 500 people were killed in a day. And somebody sat down and documented that. And then coming to the other side, the traditional worshippers, the Muslims. So I will fault maybe if actually it was a fight, then we could have documented these killings too and presented it to them. We need help. not with the presentation of a genocide. So when you present it as a genocide and then you have some pictures to back it up, so somebody is reacting to that. I don't blame the person.
But the person that is reacting is educated, and he knows the definition of a genocide, and he can separate genocide from killings, and he knows what constitutes a genocide, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even under the international law and the United Nations itself. So if the person that is sitting down and is saying 500 Christians were killed, 1 million Christians were killed, and then he looked, because myself and Dr. Ali were just speaking, we said the American government have more information than even our Nigerian government as we speak today. They know who does what and who says what. Even as we sit here, they already know what we are doing. So they have more intelligence reports than us. But the other issue that you came with, you said, if the Christians documented their own killings and they went to the US to report, it is also the fault of the Muslims who refuse to document their own killings. And the killings, as I speak to you today, a brigadier general has been kidnapped right in my local government just weekend. Some of his military men were killed. The killing is
not a religious
killing. So the killing has been going on. But I ask, if we, on the other side, the Muslims and even the traditional rulers, have not also documented our own killings, shouldn't we also be blamed?
Do you blame them? No, they assumed, they still believed in Nigeria. They still believe in the government, that actually the government is working towards ending this. That's why I may not fault them, because they did not, sometimes we do all these things with some mindset.
Okay.
Yeah, so if I still believe that my government is capable of handling this thing, and I am not, I don't have any ulterior motive about it, I will still keep pushing, which I think they have been voicing. That's to the Muslims now, even the Christians, some of them. So this thing is not all the Christians that reported this thing. Someone sat down somewhere and did all these things.
From Benue.
No, it's not the Reverend Father.
No, he's from Benue, the one that went to the US.
No, the one, he just presented what happened in Benue with his stories. But I think the one that attract more attention is the Reverend from my state.
Okay.
Yes, because you could see him being very vocal. I don't know if you've not from Plateau, the Reverend Dachomo. He came out and then shouting, calling out to Trump, speaking. If you don't go online, you will see all those videos. So if you check what the Reverend Father, the bishop did, was for him to present, okay, so thing happened on so date. This is what happened, and so we are calling for help. So that is something that can be taken administratively. But when you see someone coming out, someone that I think he has not been, I've had the course of replying him in some of his messages, which I can, if I want, I can go through my phone and I will bring it out. He came out and said, went to where they are burying people. Inside the grave, the mass burying grave, snapped video. He was not who was videoing him. And then he was shouting, calling on the name of Trump, calling on the US that they should come and save them. What will you say when you see this video without going through almost of these things? So to some extent, I'm telling you that if we want to be more Nigerian, we should believe that, okay, things like this are happening. How do we settle this thing? In the same state, there are some cases where you see Muslims too are being killed. So if you are presenting only your own, are we not being selfish? Are we being human? I
think your state is a hot belt for reprisal attacks. You go, there's an attack on a Muslim community today, and the next 1 month there will be an attack on a Christian community.
Exactly.
We saw where the militias in Mongu killed 19 people on a bus trip just because they waited to ask, please, what is the direction to the village where we are going for a wedding? 19 people burnt. In fact, the bus is owned by ABU Zaria, because the son of the man who is getting married is the staff of the ABU Zaria. As I speak to you today, no delegation has gone to ABU or has gone to the Emir of Zauzau to say, look, it is not us. These are just criminal.
No, the governor.
He didn't. As I speak, he didn't go.
But it was on air on the news that he
didn't. I'm telling you, he didn't go.
Well, that's very bad.
He didn't go. There are also so many, instances. If we start from 2001, when the first, crisis, broke out, and the number of people that were killed. So the reprisal has been back and forth. Let me share a story with you. In 2016 or 2017, when autumn, declared that Christians were killed in their mass numbers, and where he showed the whole world, corpse of people who were killed, and he said it's the Fulani herdsmen that killed Christian in his community. He paid the BBC and paid the CNN to cover that report. Weeks later, the guy from the BBC said, look, why is this guy paying us to come and cover killings? This is supposed to be our own responsibility to cover. So he went back and they dug those graves and only found empty corpses. 3 months after the incident, the same people he paid to cover the event went back and said, why will he pay us to come and cover genocide or killings in his community? So let's go back and see what really happened. So these are the mistrust, and misinformation that we've been having to deal with. Now, throughout Governor Autumn's stay in Benue, anytime it is 22nd or 23rd, because he doesn't want to pay salary, he will instigate crisis. And he owed people for over 1 year. I'm sure the man that is there now is contending with, how to even clear the backlog. And the crisis have not even, settled down. Because it is one killing today, is another killing tomorrow. We saw on the news the Ghana who was instigating the killing in Benue. Same during autumn's period. So, gentlemen, while the US is saying, okay, we all know that the United States government, pretext is for our resources, not about how many Christians are being killed or how many Muslims are being killed. That doesn't even concern them. What concerns them is the resources that we have and how to make sure that China and Russia doesn't take what they want to take. But the blame is still on us as a government and as a country. How do we make this government proactive to sit up, to say, please, we need to deal with this insurgency, with the banditry, and to nip it in the bud? Just this morning, some federal government girls' college, Zuru, was attacked, and a number of students have been kidnapped. Just this morning.
So,
okay, I'll allow Dr.
You see, I'm in this
business.
I am a counter-terrorism, counter-insurgency expert. I'm a professional investigator. When you see things happening, you know that there are interests, needs. All the crises that are happening in Nigeria would, from the beginning, the religious crises that are happening in Nigeria today, that the banditry, the terrorism, all this, they are all engineered by Americans and maybe France and other European countries. It is completely engineered, and they have what they are pursuing. And unfortunately, our leaders are afraid to come and say, this is what is happening.
Because they're also benefiting.
Because one way or the other, some of them are benefiting from all this crisis that's happening. I saw a video that went viral the other time. The NSA was begging some white men that please stop this Boko Haram in Nigeria. Please stop this Boko Haram in Nigeria. We need to come up, please, of age that Nigeria, by all intent and purposes, is the leader of Africa. In this blessed memory, Nelson Mandela said, when Nigeria sneezes, Africa catches cold. And if Nigeria doesn't get it right, the whole of Africa is in trouble. It is high time we come back to our driving seat and know that we have the responsibility, not for Nigerians alone, but for Africans. And I keep telling the president of Nigeria that by geographical location, you are the president of Nigeria. But by God's doing, you are the president of Africa. Whether you like it or not, that is your responsibility. So it's better we clear the problems we are having at home. We are genuine in doing so. And then we know that some of these people are being paid to do what they are doing, writing reports, and taking fake videos so that they can get monies, or say what they think the American will do for them was to give them some intervention, some funds, and the rest of it. That's why they are doing all those things. I am aware that Americans recruit citizens to go against their country. We know all these things. The truth is that it is high time we change. We equally have a strategy on how to relate with this international or global community, because Nigeria cannot afford to be derailed. we cannot afford derailment, because the moment Nigeria is derailed, the whole Africa is gone. Nigeria is the largest black nation in the world.
Okay.
So we must take back our responsibility. We must come back to our senses. We must do what we need to do to keep Africa together.
Okay, Madam Kate, you are coming from a place that is hot belt, whether it is farmer headers clashes or whether it is religious clashes. Today, I think the people in your state should put their head under the table. They said APC is a Muslim party. I just saw at the weekend that even your Labour governorship candidate has decamped to the APC. So
he was actually a member of the APC before.
So what took him to Labour?
I think he needed to be on a ballot paper.
Okay, so he came back home. Yeah. But it's like your state is going to APC. Most
I
likely.
really don't know, because the governor is still a member of PDP, though the PDP is dead now.
So we really don't. They did convention.
They did convention that is not being supervised
who told you,
by INEC.
Who told you
so
that
let me say something.
Don't say it's not being supervised. But let me come back to the main question.
To the main question. What we're
discussing. The first question is a state where the quest for land, is dividing people along religious and ethnic lines, where people say, you are not from here, you are coming to take our land, and that land has not been taken up till now. How do you convince those kind of people in that state to say, look, whoever is coming up here is only coming to kill us more, divide us more, not coming to settle your problem?
Okay, so I will put it in this way that for the Americans coming in, I think I've been following one Umar Farouk, and I think I go very well with his take on this issue. Because if you have been in Jos and you've been hearing gunshots and you see dead body litters, I have been in a mix of crises that they will go, one have to take, or we don't know how we survive to get out of that scene. So you will know that is it about Americans? So if the Americans are coming, and then if they are coming to take the resources that have not been benefiting me, if they are coming to take the resources and then give me peace, I actually don't mind. So whatever we are saying, that he, as my big brother would say, that he is a security expert, he knows more than I do. So me, I'm speaking from what I have seen. If today we will get help that will stop the killing in Nigeria, and then the resources that few are benefiting from being given to them, all I need is a peace that I can do what I can transact my business and then get food to eat.
Tell me where America has entered. There is peace.
There are so many places. There are so many places that Americans are there. So the Americans in this manner now is that this is not the crisis in Nigeria did not start today. It has been there for long. So. And it has just been, I've never seen a year that will come that, things have really gone down. If, as we are celebrating that Boko Haram have been defeated, the next thing you see bandits coming up, the northeast, the northwest will be attacked. People will be killed in their thousands too, which are also Muslims. So that's why I said this is not an issue of religion. It's an issue of, I hate seeing.
So you want America to come and help us?
I don't. If the American can help us, technically,
it's not. I did not say if they can help us. You want them to come and help us.
If there is a way that they can help end this crisis, I actually don't mind.
And they can put their base in your village.
If they can put their base, even in fact, I will give my land, my inheritance for them to be there. If it will stop the killing of people, innocent people, I actually don't mind.
I just want you to make the please, for the sake of this conversation.
Yes.
People are watching us there. Tell me only one country, one name, one country that America has gone into and there is peace in that country today. Please, mention one.
Okay, if you can tell me the countries that America has a base now, then give me how many % of it that has issue. I think we will be able to settle this. Because before I came, when I saw the topic, I've actually did some research, and I've heard some people have watched on news on other channels too. I saw when people were like, America have been in social place and they were able to restore peace in those states. So it's not about we talking about Libya, going to Afghanistan, going to Iraq, that America,
they have.
But is it only Afghanistan that they have base? So that's my question. I don't want to start mentioning.
They have base in Middle East. They have base in Middle East. Do they have peace in Palestine?
Apart from Palestine, is it only Palestine that?
Do they have peace in Libya?
So those are the negative aspect of it we are talking. Let's look at the positive side of them. There are killings, and then we sometimes we are still, if they are coming in with gadgets that will help us locate where these bandits and the Boko Haram, the terrorists are, and then this killing will stop. You have not, your government have not mentioned anybody. We can just sit down here. They will say that. I remember since 2 years ago, they'll be like, we are going to publish the name of terrorist sponsors. Up to now, we've not heard this is who is sponsoring it. This is who is.
They are the ones sponsoring Boko Haram and ISIS. It is there. It's online. A senator, they are senate.
Is your government admitting to that?
Are you saying, what did you say?
What has our government said about it?
No, we are not talking about our government. We are talking about the government of America to the crisis.
This is Nigeria, and we have a government in place. And we will be, as a law-abiding citizen, we should expect our government to communicate to us. You get it?
It is your government.
So,
you are an APC member. So
yes,
if your government has not communicated, it means it's the
no,
failure
this crisis,
of the APC.
The crisis did not just start when APC were in government. This thing started since when the PDP were in government.
Why didn't you curtail it?
No, it was, that is why I'm telling you, if the PDP government had curtailed this thing, it wouldn't have escalated to where it is today. So I'm blaming the PDP government. Because it started, no, they are also trying to control what they meant on ground.
All right, gentlemen, as we wrap up, yes, Kate said she'll be very happy if the American government will come and take this bandit or this terrorist and every other person out and restore peace. She doesn't have a problem with that. You have a problem because you believe that for every country the American has gone to stay to restore peace, they leave it more chaotic, more problematic, more impoverished. Afghanistan, Iraq, Sudan, Libya, even Central African Republic that is almost 60% Christian is still in this area. People are running helter-skelter. And here we are as a government that is still docile, that still has not put its act together to say, look, the American threat is real. It's not a joke. People are coming for your resources. They will engineer anything and everything. And we are heading towards an election.
But do you know one thing?
Yeah.
In Hausa, they say Shuruma Magana. Silent
is the talk.
Silence is wisdom.
Okay. So the government is being, they have a lot of wisdom.
They are looking at America.
So you see, the APC government are actually doing the right thing.
So silence,
since they are silent about
silence
that.
Is wisdom.
You see? So the APC government knows what they are doing.
But we, the citizens, will not keep quiet. We'll be talking.
We'll be talking so that, but you as a security expert, you believe, you know that this threat is real or is just one of those dramas that will entertain ourselves and we'll all go back to sleep and the killings will continue.
American threats, when you say American talking, they are already preparing to come into a country. Unless you talk to them, they will come. There's nothing like threat here.
Okay.
They have been looking of a way to break Nigeria. I told you in 2023,
2015.
In 2023, I was in a round table meeting where we have to discuss, and Obama was privy to be part of that discussion through what do you call it?
The Zoom.
Visual.
Yeah.
Yes. And we told him the consequences of Nigeria to break in 2015. And that's why Americans sent their Marine to come and monitor the election of...
That's 2015.
Yes. Okay. So we know their interest. Nigeria is a hotbed for any nation. Like
Can
America.
they force their way in?
We are sovereign nations. Have not been forcing their way into nations. Just recently, what happened in Qatar? They bombed a house in Qatar. Saying
so we should expect them any moment from now.
They can do it. But what we are saying, we are telling them that if they do it, the direct consequences goes to America.
Because I heard Asari Dokubo say, if you put your base in Port Harcourt, none of your soldiers will survive. That's Asari Dokubo.
Why are they choosing Port Harcourt and Rijana and Kaduna here? Rijana is the bedrock of gold in the north. That's nothing has happened there. We knew that when you are talking of gold in the whole of Africa, Nigeria is number one. We have our gold reserve. We are not using it. They know it. And that place is Rijana.
Where's Rijana located in
Kaduna State?
Where?
Just after Abuja here. When you are going to Kaduna, when you just pass Abuja, Buhari, the next place you are coming is what do you call it? What do you call this place? Immediately after that place, you go
before you go to Jere.
From Jere, then you move. As you pass Doka, it's Rijana.
Okay. No, okay, it's understood. Madam Kate.
And
finally-
Chinese, let me tell you, Chinese are, that's another
Another topic for another day.
compound of Chinese. So they are very much in that place.
So why are we allowing them?
The
Chinese are
the
here.
president of Nigeria.
So why are we? If the US will come and then
Yeah, they should not turn our country to a battleground. I think that's just it.
APC member. So why are you people allowing them? No, I don't have any party.
But again,
the Chinese, the atrocities they are committing in this country is more than what your eyes can see.
Okay.
Because I know they are in my state in numbers, and then they to some extent they are enslaving our people with the peanuts and then packing our resources. So
right. And your people don't see Chinese as people who came to take their land.
And so it's only the Americans who come and stop killing.
No, what I'm saying is they don't see the Chinese as taking their land, but they see
So
the
you see
Hausa
this
Fulani.
issue of land.
They see the Hausa Fulani or the header who has been with them for hundreds of years taking their land. But
No,
the
you
Chinese
see,
has taken all
you see
their
the truth
resources.
is this. I went for one meeting 2 weeks ago in Jos, and our people are not really speaking about this. Who are the people saying there are land grabbers in Jos? Go online. Those ones making it a big thing are actually not citizens of Plateau or indigens. If I'm in your land today, I enter this place. If you don't pay for this place, you wouldn't be here. So, and then if I pay for this place, you can't take me out of this place. So I don't really understand the issue of you accusing somebody of taking your land. If you don't sell the land to them, how will they take your land?
Let me tell you something.
Because a place that the Hausa Fulani is occupying today, you sold it to him.
No.
So why are you making it an issue?
No, excuse me.
So I try to disassociate myself with anybody making that as a point and then trying to make it
So
an
let's just allow him to
issue.
land and then we close the program.
Before the independence of Nigeria, it is said when the independence came in, when they were going to bring constitution of Nigeria, first constitution says that any non-Nigerian person that has been staying in Nigeria before independence is automatically in Nigeria. And anywhere that he stays is his hometown.
Okay.
Okay?
So
And
before independence.
Before independence.
Okay.
And after independence, when you come to Nigeria, you want to after a number of years, you want to become in Nigeria, you have the right to naturalize through writing application and all those. So we have three types of citizens in Nigeria. Citizens of original dwellers. Citizen 2, people that came before the independence. Citizen 3, people who stay after independence and then get naturalized. Now, my own mother, she's from Bauchi State, but she died as an Awuchi woman. You know why? Because she's Fulani in Bauchi. They came as headers to Awuchi in Edo, and they made that place their village and their town, and she died at 101 there. Just few years ago, the people of Jetu start fighting the Awuchi people, that they are from Bauchi, that they are not part of their culture, they want to exit them from their place. It worries me. People that have been in a place, before the white men come to Nigeria, they were there. When the white men came to Nigeria, they say they want to make their headquarters in Jetu. The Jetu people say we are not welcome, but we have a place to left for our visitors. As Awuchi people go and make a headquarters. They made headquarters in Awuchi because they could not pronounce Bauchi people. They now remove the B and call it Awuchi. If you add B now, it becomes Bauchi. The white man couldn't pronounce
that's how
That's how Awuchi came into play.
Okay.
So it's not a case of Plateau alone.
It's not a case of
It's not a case of
So
Plateau.
that's what I'm saying. So they are now saying that the Awuchi people, they don't have common culture with them. They have to exit their place after 200, 300, 400 years of stay. Does it make sense?
It doesn't.
But how, gentlemen, we're totally out of time. How do we educate our people? Nobody can take your land. Nobody can take your religion. Nobody can take your belief. Nobody can take your culture. And that we must learn how to sit and live together. How do we begin to educate them? Especially these half-educated people who go to spread lies because of their own gain.
They are not the ones spreading the lies. They have educated ones.
Half-educated, that's what
they have educated ones are not the ones spreading the lies. It is the elites that want something from them will go and then tell them they will instigate them against the opposite people and then tell them that don't you do like in my state. If they want to finish you, they will just, no matter how good you can be, a saint from Rome, but if they want to finish you, A professor will go and sit down simply because he needs a vote. He will tell them that, oh, these people killing you are actually the Hausa Fulanis, and this person is associated with them. He has gone to the Sultan of Sokoto to go and seek for his advice, and they've gathered money and give him. If he comes, you vote him, they are going to sell your land. Everybody, they said Lalong have sold Plateau.
Yeah.
And then when Netawe came, I was asking you, you said the man has already sold the land. So which land again do you still have that you are saying this one? Because he belongs to a Muslim ticket, a party. You said he's going, which land is he going to sell? Have they not sold all the lands? Because if you want to pen somebody back, you said he's selling the land to the Muslims. See, these guys were there. Most of these Hausa Fulanis, the Fulani people speak our local dialect more than even the children born in early 2000s. They have been there for years. I don't know where the devil got in and entered these people that problems
I think
started
it's all
coming
the fault
in.
of democracy.
It is.
Like Dr. Sani Aliu,
Because all these issues started in a
rightly
democracy area.
observed, we need to come up with our own democracy that has our own peculiarity. This democracy that came with so much freedom is costing us so much harm.
Because
and
it's
the earlier we
making
do
people
that,
to talk
the
anyhow.
better. Yes, to 26 years down the line after 1999, what we end up with is abject poverty, hopelessness, and killings.
No development,
everywhere.
nothing.
And if the earlier we sit down as a people and say we need to change this democracy to fit into our own, the better for us. I'm Dr. Sani Aliu, Co-Commandant General, Neighborhood Enlightenment and Safety Organization there. So many thanks. I just called you yesterday night and you're here this morning. Always a pleasure having you around. And Madam Kate, my co-host, who comes late and allow me to do all the talking. Thank you for coming
viewers. I will be here again.
All right. And that's the show. Do join us next time. From me, Medina Azaki, and the whole team here. It's bye for now.